Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling good. It has been a minute, a hot second, I think actually a month, and you know guys, I had to get back on here and it had to be the Tottenham game. I mean what a match, what an interesting game, and oh my god, the boys showed up. I am so proud of how the game went. A possible 7 goals, but we got out with 4 goals. I'll take it. I mean, last time I was on here, we just won Fulham. We have had a couple of series of games. We had a draw with Arsenal. I mean, we're doing fairly well for a team that's just starting up. We're still rebuilding. So I'll clap for the boys. I mean, I hope you guys are feeling great. I know this week has been intense. Now, in terms of the Champions League, you know, we as Chelsea, we're tired of carrying the Champions League on our back, so we left the Champions League. I tell that to console myself. So, in terms of the Champions League, it was an interesting week. Can I hear where are the Man United fans? Mason who? Anyway guys, I am so glad to be back on here, and it had to be the Tottenham game, and Tottenham have gone unbeaten, and who had to bring them down? Chelsea. We had to show them how we slice up the chicken, you know. What do we think about Tottenham? What do we think about Tottenham? If you know it, comment down below, and I am so happy to be back. So if you're new, please don't forget to like the video, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. We are at 600 subscribers. Yay! Let us get to 1,000 guys, please. I am really working towards that. And of course, when I see you guys commenting and sharing my video, it really keeps me up. Of course, sometimes when it's a bit stagnant, it can be a bit demoralizing, but I try to push myself, and hopefully we'll get to our goal eventually. So let us dive in on what I'll be calling a new series. This will be the weekly recap. I mean, we are not having many games to play. We are not in the Champions League. We just have the Carabao Cup and we have the Premier League. So in terms of the Carabao Cup and the Premier League, now Carabao Cup, the next fixture will be facing Newcastle, and Newcastle are not joking this season. They're not joking, and as Newcastle are not joking, I am dreading the game more than even the Man City game on Sunday. Now we'll be facing Man City on Sunday, but we'll also be facing Anthony Taylor. Now he was supposedly demoted to the championship, but it was just for 1 game, and I don't get it. But hey, we move. We face Anthony Taylor and Manchester City on Sunday. So the preview should be up on Friday, tomorrow. Oh my god, it's tomorrow. The preview should be out tomorrow, so, or Saturday, depending on the schedule. But I am glad to be back, and I hope you guys are happy to have me back. Now let us just go through what's going on in Chelsea. I mean, a lot has been happening in the women's team, in the men's team. So let's start with the major news that dropped yesterday. Now, in terms of the Chelsea management, they are not happy. Now Emma Hayes dropped the news that she will be leaving Chelsea after this season, and the management wasn't happy with this news. So Paul Winstanley was called and he was asked, yo, what's going on? So Winstanley said that he was offering Emma Hayes one of the biggest deals in the women's Super League in England, but Emma Hayes got another offer from the United States women national team, and it was as she put it, the United States women's national team presented her with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, this just speaks out money. I mean, if she was offered to be the highest paid manager in the WSL and she still turned it down, it was due to the fact that Winstanley was trying to focus on other things. I mean, he's the sporting director of Chelsea, and the deal turned cold. So she has been offered another deal, once in a lifetime. I am smelling lots and lots of millions, so it's so enticing. So I mean, who wouldn't? So the Emma Hayes mentioned that she wanted to stay with Chelsea for as long as possible till she retires, but this is an opportunity that she could not turn away. So in terms of this news, the management is not happy with Paul Winstanley, and they're looking into it. Hopefully we can get to a resolution, because Emma Hayes has revolutionized the women's Super League. She has been winning title after title in England, but when we went to the Champions League, Barcelona humbled us. we were humbled by Barcelona. And in terms of Emma Hayes, I'll be looking forward to see how it goes. Now, in terms of the women's team, now we also have some women that will not be renewing their contract due to the fact that Emma Hayes is leaving, and this is actually very tricky. I mean, we have some of the best players, including Sam Kerr, and this will be sad to see. Like, I mean, I think it's about 5 players who want to leave this summer if Emma Hayes is leaving, and I wouldn't want to see a Thomas Tuchel situation, you know, whereby when Thomas Tuchel left, he left with all the charisma and the team almost felt like it was dead. So I wouldn't like to see this in my squad. But in terms of the women's team, I hope we get a resolution. If she leaves, well, good for her. Hopefully we can find a good replacement. But as it stands right now, Paul Stanley is in hot waters and he needs to explain himself. Now, in terms of the game that happened on Monday, it was 10 o'clock my time, and it was a very crazy game. Now, the game started, let's start with the starting 11. We had a 4-2-3-1 formation. We had Sanchez in goal. Then for the back four, we had Levi Colwill, Thiago Silva, then we had Disasi, and of course Rhys James making the comeback in the Premier League. I was so happy to see Rhys James back. And as I always say, Rhys James makes the difference. Like, when he's in the game, there's just a difference, and this just goes to show it. So when we had the back four, I'm getting a bit carried away here, but we had the back four. Then in terms of the midfield, we had Enzo, we had Caicedo. Then in terms of the forwards, we had Raheem Sterling, we had Gallagher, and we had Cole Palmer. Then up front, we had Nico. What a game. I mean, what a game. It was honestly almost theater. I was very happy. I mean, I go back to watch the highlights. This is the game of the season so far. So I am really happy with this game. Now, the game started off well. You know, Tottenham are used to playing a high line. They press a lot. So Tottenham are used to copying us. They take our managers. We have a rivalry for years, and this game was so important for Pochettino. Of course, he was a bit emotional about going back to Tottenham, but this was not to say that he was not going to lash them. I mean, we exposed them to the core. Of course, they had their chances, fair game. But according to reports, it was not even one of our best games. Now, if this was not one of our best games and we got up with a 4-1 win, although Tottenham were down to 9 men, I will be breaking down how the game went. I feel like it's a win and I'll take it. 3 points, of course, they're still up. But hey, a win is a win. And Nico with a hat-trick, player of the match. What a game, an incredible game. So let's dive right into it. So in terms of the game, now at the 6 minutes, we have Kulusevski. And this is how the game started unwinding. Now, with the yellow cards, they were very sensitive because once the yellow card started rolling in, it was just a matter of time before the red card starts coming in. So in terms of the 15th minute, we had some scoring, but it was offside. Now VAR saved us. VAR this time was on our side for the first time in forever. At the 18th minute, we had Udogie with a yellow card, and the VAR saved him because it was a very tricky yellow card. He almost gave Raheem Sterling a very dangerous injury, but he was lucky to come out with a yellow card, and the game goes on. At the 21st minute, we have a goal by Raheem Sterling. It's ruled out by VAR. Again, VAR said there was a VAR said that the ball hit his arm and it was ruled out. Okay, we move. It's okay, fair play. I'm watching the game, and then we had at the 27th minute, we had Caicedo blasting a stunning goal. A blast! It was insane, guys. And Caicedo's goal was ruled out. I personally feel like that was a goal, but again, the VAR said that Jackson was offside and it was ruled out. He deserved it. I mean, what a goal. If you feel like that was a goal, please comment down below and tell me how you actually feel about the Caicedo. Was it really offside? But hey, that's why we have VAR, and this game, VAR came to save Chelsea. With Tottenham leading in the first half, we had at the 33rd minute, it's Romero getting a red card. It was a foul play, and we had our first penalty with Cole Palmer scoring the goal. I mean, this game was almost like poetic justice. Cole Palmer scored the first goal, and he had the assist for the last goal. It was just Mwah, superb chest kiss. I enjoyed it. Now, in terms of halftime, we come in. Now, this is where I feel like Tottenham made a mistake. They come in, they still have they have Udogie with the yellow card, and he still came in. We had Colwell with the yellow card, so he got out and Cucurella got in, and this is what saved us. You know, these are the type of things that will change the dynamic of the game. And in terms of how Tottenham went about it, we decided to be a bit smarter about it. Of course, the players after the match were discussing about how Pochettino during halftime told them that we have to keep pushing, eventually we'll see results, we'll see goals, and this is exactly what happened. So in terms of the 55th minute, Udogie, you remember Udogie? Now Udogie got a yellow card because his tackle was very hard on Enzo, and Enzo ended up getting an injury. Hopefully he's not going to be out for a long time, but he got a red card. Now we have Tottenham down to 10 men. Then we had Enzo coming out. As I said, the injury was a bit tough on him, so we had Enzo coming out and Mudryk coming in. Then this is where the game just flipped, with Romero out with a red card and Udogie out with a red card. Tottenham are down to 9 men, and we have 11 men. Now the 75th minute was where the whole game switched, and Nico turned to one Ronaldo. Even with the celebration, it was just so. We had Nico having not 1, not 2, but 3 goals, and he just turned into one Ronaldo-esque person. It was just amazing. We were the ones who had to teach all these other teams how to put Tottenham and clip their wings, and this was just a good game. I was so happy with how the game ended. As the game went on, we had Gusto coming in and Reece James going out. Then we had Ugochukwu coming in, Sterling going out. Then at the 94th minute, as I mentioned, Jackson scored with an assist from Gallagher. And finally, as I said, poetic justice, Palmer scored the first goal, and at the end of the game, he was able to give an assist. Chef's kiss, mwah. And we have a third goal for Jackson, and this was how the game went. And in terms of our next fixtures, we have Newcastle next, and this game, I'm dreading this game. Actually, we have Man City on Sunday and then Newcastle next. But Man City, well, in terms of Man City, you know, Man City have dominated the Premier League, but we are always giving them a tough time. We are still rebuilding. Hopefully we go with the confidence from this game to the next game, but not overconfident, because we still need to go up in the Premier League table. We can still do it. I mean, it's not impossible. We are still rebuilding, but we are making steps forward. Now, I know we have had a few games in the past, like we have lost, we have had a draw against Arsenal, we have had a win against Burnley. I mean, we're doing something, and we don't have a lot on our plate, but we're building a team. I like the team that's forming. Some players will have to be offloaded in terms of the January transfer window. We'll have to wait and see. But it was good to see Nkunku back. Nkunku is back in training. He might be back for early. He will be back after the international break. So it's good to see him back. And of course, during the preseason, he was really great. It would be nice to see what he actually brings in terms of the Premier League. And that was in terms of Tottenham. As I finished my video, what do we think about Tottenham? What do we think about Tottenham? What a game, guys. This was the game of the week. And before I forget, who is Man United were beaten 4-3 with Copenhagen. Oh my god. Football does not get any sweeter than this. I mean, all the Man United fans are currently hiding wherever they are. Do not even come out. It's so embarrassing. Yes, you might be on top of us, I think, with only 3 points, but hey, you have had a stable squad for almost 3 seasons. But as you can see, Ronaldo was never the problem. It was always y'all. Anyway, guys, in terms of Champions League, I am so happy that Man United lost. And they lost in a very serious way. They thought they were winning the game, they were up, and then they were down, and then finally, you know what? Anyway, guys, in terms of this week, it has been a very interesting week. I cannot wait to see what next week brings. Please, if you're new to the channel, please like the video, share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Now, in terms of Chaloba, I think he might be leaving. It would be sad to see him leave, but hey, we're good at goodbye. So I mean, farewell. And if he's leaving, I wish him all the best. I mean, it's good to see the other players flourishing wherever they are, and I'm happy for them. Loftus-Cheek, we have the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi. It's good to see Chelsea players flourishing. So I am happy with how this week went. I love to see more of this in terms of Chelsea. We have it within us. Nico, as I mentioned in the beginning of the season, he has the star power. He has the play power. He has the charisma. He just needs to find the opportunity, and this game was it. He showed us that he could do it. Yes, 9 men down, but you know what, a win is a win. I will take it. So up the Chelsea, and once again, subscribe. Don't forget to share to family and friends. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.